Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm glad to have you guys here today. We're going to go over concealed carry. This is my everyday carry gun, and I use it every single day of the week with the exception of the weekends I may carry something smaller. This is a M&P Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm first generation. It has a safety on it. Most of the guns that I carry, I'd rather not have a safety on them. You can see this gun is terribly filthy. I don't know if you can get in there and look at that or not, but it's pretty nasty. I carry this every day. This is why this is called a work gun. This is why you don't want to worry about if it's going to get scratched or holster wear or whatever. It's going to stand up to it. This is one of my weekend guns that I carry on a regular basis. This is a Glock 42. This is a 380. Look at all that dust and stuff in there. Let me see if I can get the right angle on that. At any rate, it's just filthy. Yes, these guns are loaded, by the way. Oh my goodness, look at all that. That shows you how much I carry it. That's dandruff, lint in my pocket, lint in my holster, whatever. They are filthy. They do need to be cleaned, but they will function. That's the important thing. With these guns, you don't have to worry about it. This is top-notch, good quality. There is no safety to worry about. You pull the trigger, it's going to fire. We're going to get into something a little different here. This is another weekend gun. This is more along the style of a 1911. It does have a safety. It has to be cocked and locked. It's double action. I'm sorry, single action. But by having it cocked, it will turn it into like a double action gun simply because of the recoil of the slide is going to reset this each time. I carry this one a lot. This is not for beginners. This one is for somebody that's experienced and knows how to use a gun. Here's a somewhat larger one, actually quite a bit larger. This is a Kimber, and this gun is like an officer model. It is a full functioning 1911. It's from the custom shop at Kimber. It's a really nice gun, Packmeyer grips. Again, it's a little dirty. I don't carry this one as much. It's very heavy. But sometimes I like to have a bigger firepower, and that's a 45 ACP in this. And that's a big round. And you're going to want to probably use that in some instances. And I'm carrying some ammo in here that I'll go over with you guys later in the video. Picking your defense ammo is an important part of carrying a gun, as to other reasons we'll go into later. This is more of a service gun. This is what your police officers generally carry in a bigger size. They carry something like this, but this is a little bit smaller for detectives. This is a Glock 23. It's a 40 S&T. This is not a round of choice for me. I don't really care for this round. It's not comfortable to shoot. It's a great defensive round, but it's not something I would pick out to carry to the range on a weekend. It's a work gun. And this gun, believe it or not, I've probably been carrying this because this is second generation Glock. You know, when those came out was who knows how long ago. So I know I've at least carried this gun for 30 plus years. So it's a good quality firearm. You can see some scuffing and stuff on it. It needs a little oil, a little attention, but it functions well. This is more your beginner type gun as far as concealed carry goes, or for the you ladies out there. This is a good gun for the purse. It's a 38 special. It's a Taurus. It's not a real expensive gun. It's not a cheap gun. I took and shaved down the hammer on it to make it easier to carry. I was carrying this in my pocket at one time. It does have a laser on it, Crimson Trace. I guess you can see that. It's a great gun. It's going to fire. It's reliable. It's always going to do what it's supposed to do. You're limited by the amount of rounds you're going to have in it. This has only got 5, but it will do the job. It's a 38. It's going to take down the target. It's going to do you a good job. And again, it's going to be something you don't have to think about a lot. Okay, we've just looked at the guns that I carry on a regular basis. They vary in size and caliber, and they also vary in styles, from revolver to semi-automatic. I'm doing this video mostly to inform you new people that this is not a game and this is not a cool thing. This is real, and if you decide to take the responsibility for what it means to carry a gun, you need to be willing to use it. If you do not think you can use it, don't continue. So let's talk about a couple things. One is, these are work guns. I carry these all the time. There's always one on me. If you are going to go ahead and go down this road and you made the decision that you could use it if you needed to, let's talk about what you need to do. You need to go ahead and get your permit. You need to go and be informed by somebody that you trust and has the ability to steer you in the right direction to buy the type of gun that best suits your purpose, whether that's for home defense, personal defense, or whatever. Once you buy that gun, you just don't buy it and throw it in the drawer and forget about it. That's what most people do. Believe it or not, that's what 90% of the people that buy a gun do. You need to practice with that gun. Initially, you need to take it to the range, get with somebody that knows what they're doing, and learn how to use it. These guns are not to protect your car. They're not to protect your personal belongings. They're to protect your life. Plain and simple. If somebody takes your car from a gas station because you left the keys in it, let them have it. You're not going to go running out in the street and shooting up the car trying to catch the person. That will just land you in jail. Because somebody's beating on the side of your house or on your front door or on a window, that does not give you the right to shoot through those things and try to stop them from doing that. You call the police, you take the appropriate action, you get your gun, you get in a safe place until the police get there, and then let them deal with it. Until they enter your house, you do not have the right to do anything unless you are in personal danger. So, I guess what I'm saying is, trying to sum this up in the best way that I know how, you need to decide what you want to do. I'm going to give you some information on what you can use, what you can buy, what needs to be done, but at the end of the day, this first video is to ask you, can you do it? We are fortunate that we live in a state that facilitates us the ability to carry just about anywhere. There are exceptions to the rule, but I've always had the motto of, I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. And I kind of live by that. I'm going to go home at night, but I'm not going to do something stupid and wind up in jail on the other hand. Because those are your two options, jail or saving your life. And by saving your life, that means there has to be a threat, a genuine threat. I don't have a whole lot more to say about all this except for I'll have some more videos. We'll talk about ammo. We'll talk about some smaller guns. We'll talk about some options. But the best thing you can do once you go down this road is figure out what cases you need to use a gun and not use a gun. And I prefer the not use the gun. It's the last resort. It is the last line in the sand. Do not go to it first. That's all I've got to say, really, except for the fact I appreciate you watching. It's a serious note. I'm just trying to figure out, I've done this video like 12 times, it seems like, and I'm still not even sure I'm happy with this one. I just want to stress how important this is and not to be taken lightly. If you like my videos, subscribe, hit the bell. I appreciate you watching.